This was his first month earning affiliate commissions using this method. And he was able to earn $2,300 in commissions in his first month. And then from there, the second month, $7,500 in commissions. And there, the third month, $24,000 in commissions, over $30,000 in commissions. And I need you to understand, this was all done part-time. He's just doing these little videos, these little 15-second videos.
I hold the camera like, well, I put on a little thing, I push the button, and I talk to it this way with me in front of it with the product. And she does it this way, where she just only shows the product.
Brian, let's be honest. You got to do some sort of marketing to make it go viral, right? Or get the sales.
No, it's all the algorithm. So TikTok's algorithm, they know who needs to see that video. And when you do it right, like the setup in the beginning, once you have it set up like that, all the videos get shown to the right people. But here's yesterday, what does that say? 1.6. And then today, as of now, I'm at another 1.2. And so in the last 7 days, I am at a little more than 10 grand.
I'm going to summarize a little bit about what we're going to talk about, right? The first thing, let's talk about the takeaways you're going to get from today. You're going to learn the exact method that he's using right now, working less than 2 hours a day to be able to generate $10,000 a week currently. But even if we cut that in half to $5,000 a week, right? Being able to do something part-time from home, and everything is done from his phone. Doesn't need a computer, doesn't need anything. He needs phone and Wi-Fi access. And not only that, but literally 90% of the things that you think it takes to make money, 90% of those things, your mind is going to be blown today because he's not doing almost any of those things at all. So get ready to have your table turn, get ready to have your mind blown. What I'll do is I'll start off with a couple of screenshots. There was one that I shared in emails, and maybe you guys got a chance to see this one. But I asked Mr. X to send me this screenshot right here. This was his first month earning affiliate commissions using this method. And he was able to earn $2,300 in commissions in his first month. And then from there, the second month, $7,500 in commissions. And there, the third month, $24,000 in commissions, over $30,000 in commissions. And I need you to understand, this was all done part-time, right? He's got a 1-year-old son at home. Him and his wife were both working jobs, okay? And he was just doing this on the side of that. It's going to blow your mind. So continue to use that head blown emoji, that mind blown emoji, every single time throughout here. It's going to absolutely blow your mind. Another screenshot I want you to send, I want to share with you, is one that he actually just sent me. I think yesterday or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. This screenshot right here is one that he literally just sent me. And I was pretty blown away at this, because if you look at this, what we're looking at right now is we're looking at $9,900, basically $10,000 in commissions. But look up on the screen, up on the top left, right? Let me go ahead and mark that up right there. Look at this right here, right? February 19th to February 25th. This is 1 week, and it's February 27th today. So this was 1 week ago. This is just the last week. So this is something that is current, that is working right now. It is immediate. And I'm going to tell you right now that all of this is a system that can be modeled after. It can be copied. It can be duplicated. It can be replicated. And Mr. X is going to break down that system today, right? It is going to be extremely powerful. I cannot wait. So you guys have heard me referring to this person as Mr. X. His name is actually Brian, and Brian has been a friend of mine for over a decade. We've known each other. We've been part of different communities. We dabbled in some network marketing together and stuff like that. And Brian is going to be today's guest, Mr. X. He's going to come out from the great state of Texas, live from his multi-million-dollar studio, to be able to share with us a little bit more about this strategy. Brian, are you out there with us?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, BC. What's going on?
Right. Yeah, just having a great time. This has been really crazy, Chris. Yeah, pretty cool. Having a good evening. This is fun.
Yeah. So I just introduced Brian to my Lifepreneur community, and now it's time to introduce him to the Internet Income System community. And so, listen. First things first, everybody in the chat, welcome Brian like he's family, because he doesn't do a lot of these Zooms, and because this is really his first time really diving in and teaching this, right? And actually training these strategies. He shared it with some friends and stuff like that. He shared it with his spouse. But now he's sharing it with our entire community. So when you got somebody who just made 10 grand last week and is willing to tell you exactly how he did it, that deserves respect, right? And I guess that's just how they do it in Texas, Brian. So why don't we do this? I just shared some money. Today's presentation is going to be full. If it's anything like the last one we just did for 90 minutes, it's going to be flooded with so much value, nuggets, training. People are going to just keep posting mind-blown emojis the whole time. Before we do, Brian, let's take a few minutes and let's talk about who is Brian Couch. For the people here that have never heard of you, never seen you, have no idea who you are, tell them a little bit about yourself, Brian.
Sure. So born and raised here in San Antonio, Texas. Went to Texas A&M. Got a little bit of a job there. Got introduced to network marketing when I was 18 from my dad. He was like, "This is what we're going to do to get rich, son." And that didn't so work out so great. But I've always wanted to do something on the side. I've always been kind of dabbling and trying different things, because I figured I could make more money on my own than at my job, which I just recently don't have anymore. So that's kind of cool. Uh, yeah, kind of tried a bunch of different, sales positions, sales jobs. And the last one I had required me to travel, where I was out of town for basically 4 nights, 3 days. And I have now a 14-month-old baby boy. So he was not even a year old when I started this back in time for Black Friday. I wanted to get on TikTok Shop for Black Friday so I could sell. I thought that was a big sales day and I could make a bunch of money. And so, yeah, I did that. And I mean, fast forward to today, I'm just blown away with, how well it's working. My wife and I, we've been together for 9 years. We've traveled kind of all around the world. It's our favorite thing to do. We love to travel. And so I've always wanted to make some money online to where I could continue working while traveling. And I've dabbled with a couple of different things, but this has just been the most crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still shocked to this day.
Now, when we were talking just a few days ago, you had a job. So what happened in the last few days here, Brian?
Well, so my wife started doing what I'm doing back in January. Like after my first full month, she saw me make $2,300 and she said, okay, this is something I could do. And she does a little bit different, right? She doesn't put her face on camera, but she shows the products and sells. She's thinking of switching that up now, but that's working pretty well for her, what she's doing. But yeah, so she had her first, Chris and I were talking and he had a goal back a long time ago of having a $333 day basically, because that averages out to be $10,000 a month. And she had just had a $333 day. And so she quit her job. And so then that kind of inspired me. And then I had that $10,000 week, just shy of it, which TikTok shows you a sliding scale of your last 7 days. So just out of curiosity, I pulled it up. And so in the last 7 days, I am at a little more than 10 grand for the week.
Bam. Bam. Look at that, you guys. Hey, throw some exploding heads in the chat right there. 10,500 real-time stats in the last 7 days. Now, Brian, how long have you been doing this strategy here?
Yeah, so I always refuse to download TikTok. I just I don't need another social media in my life. I mean, I got a full-time job. I got a baby. He does not let me sleep. Wakes me up 2, 3, 4 times a night still to this day. So I didn't need more entertainment, something to distract me. So I never downloaded it. But then I saw what TikTok Shop was and what I could do with it. And I said, okay, well, I'll do it to make some money. And so I downloaded TikTok in November to get prepared to kind of become an affiliate and make money for Black Friday. So that was my first time ever having TikTok on my phone. Never messed with it before, never posted a TikTok. I don't have a following or an audience or anything like that. My strategy doesn't, I don't have a following, that's not really what I do. So I don't have a list or a nurture, anything like that. So yeah, I downloaded it in November and I love all these little mind-blown emojis.
It's going to keep coming. We haven't even got to the good stuff yet. We haven't even got to the good stuff. So 3.5 months, you just downloaded TikTok, 3.5 months. And roughly how much in commissions have you earned through the affiliate program in the last, since you started?
35 grand or so.
It's around 35 grand. I know that because you've made
a little bit more than that. Yeah. Huh?
You're coming up on 40 grand inside of just a few months. You're averaging 10 grand a month right now, but then your current averages are crazy. It's 10 grand a week right now, which was finally enough for you to quit your job.
This right now. It's going parabolic.
And that's only one account. To be clear, that's only one account. You showed me you have a whole other account that's also making thousands and thousands of dollars that you're just now starting to build.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can literally have
like
multiple
one,
accounts like this.
Yeah, well, I mean, because it only takes me like I timed myself yesterday. It took me 32 minutes, and I timed myself today. It was a little more than 40 minutes to do all the work for that account, and then that's all I do on that one account every day. And you put every day.
40 minutes a day.
That was the now because I'm pretty good at it now. I mean,
A couple hours, so maybe a couple hours in the beginning, and then now you got it down to less than an hour a day.
Yeah, oh yeah, like half an hour. Yeah, if I'm focused, half an hour.
Okay, so let's
like on a second account, I'll make twice as much.
Let's round it up. Let's just say it took 2 hours. Like I'm not mad at a couple hours. It's active income, meaning you're gonna work. It's the thing about it. It's not like get rich quick. It's not like money just falling out of the ceiling. You're gonna work, but you're just doing a very specific activity for around less than 2 hours a day, and that activity pays extremely, extremely well. And the thing is that people know about TikTok, they know about affiliate marketing, but something brand new, two things have just intersected that has never really been done before. And the opportunity that we're going to talk about today that you're making money with is something that like perfect timing, right? If the affiliate program was around before and the affiliate program will be around after, it's not going anywhere, right? But there's a specific window of opportunity right now for the live viewers right now that are watching where you can jump in and be able to start getting your piece of the pie. Brian just looked at this pie that's already there. All he's doing is just carving out his slice in about an hour a day. And it was a big enough slice. He was able to quit his full-time job. Wife was able to quit, and his wife was able to duplicate him. Now, real quick, before we get into what we're actually doing, your wife just saw you make money, copied exactly what you were doing on a brand new account, and it wasn't even in English, and she's already making $300 a day?
Yeah. She's had a couple of days in a row now over 300. And she's on track to have her best day today. She's at a little over 360 today. So she's excited about it. Yeah, she started in January. She's like, all right, I got to do it too. But she said she'll do it in Spanish because that's her native language. And she speaks really good Spanish. And so switch it up, hit a different language, and it's working.
So your strategy is so good where somebody could literally copy the strategy even in another language on a brand new account and make $300 a day. Now, there must be some catches. So how much money is she spending in paid advertising?
Yeah, no paid advertising. It's all...
What about you? How much are you spending in paid advertising?
I don't spend anything in paid advertising. No, zero.
Now, do you have a big TikTok following?
No, I never.
What percentage of your followers watch your videos?
Like less than 1%. Like nothing, basically. None of my followers.
So the algorithm is just giving it to people. Now,
Right.
So you must be getting millions and millions of views to make this amount of money. How much is your average video getting in views?
Like 100 to 500 views on every video. Typically.
And those make money?
Yeah, I mean, that's the bulk of what made money. I do have a couple that are more than that, but yeah, 100 to like 500, 700 views. That's really the bulk of where all my money's coming from.
So you're saying that right now, you can just make a little TikTok video, it gets 300 views, and that's where the bulk of your money's coming from? So when you show $10,000 in a week, that's not coming from going viral or having a big list or doing anything. Now, how long are these videos? What's the average length of a video you make?
I mean, I call them 15-second videos because TikTok has a little like option for 15 seconds, 60 seconds, or 10-minute, and I just chose 15 and was just making them quick. So some of them are less than that, but yeah, 15 seconds would be like the length of on average.
So you're literally getting paid 10 grand a week for making 15-second videos. Now, are you editing? Like, is it fancy editing on your laptop and using all these crazy AI tools and stuff like that?
I think we got a trend here. No. Yeah, I heard, and I'm not an expert. I've just been doing this for 3 months. That TikTok prefers things created within their app, and I just found out they have a thing called CapCut. I've never messed with it. I just open up the TikTok app, I hit record, I make my 15-second video, I put words on the screen, and I post it.
So there's not even editing. You just literally just tap record, put words on the screen. Now, let me ask you guys. First of all, can we get some mind blown emojis? Because I go back with Brian over a decade, and when I saw that Brian was doing this, I was like, "What strategy are you using?" And he showed me a very different strategy. He was doing something different than anybody else. Real quick, for an open loop, because we're going to cover this in just a second. I just want to show you guys as a quick example, literally his videos. Look at this: 188, 411, 313, 266, 379, 406, 946. I'm just going through his channel here. Look at this, you guys. He's just doing these little videos, these little 15-second videos, right? We're going to cover that in a second. We're going to be going through some of these videos. We're going to be talking about what he does, how to be able to replicate it, how to be able to do the steps. And I've asked Brian to do more than just the training today. I wanted to introduce Brian to the community. I asked him if he'd be willing to create a course inside of IIS also for all of us. Now, next week, the first week of March, is the 5-day challenge, which is going to be evergreen. But after the 5-day challenge, Brian said he's even willing to have this be a course inside of IIS for people to be able to take. It is a huge honor to have somebody who's actually making money in the trenches willing to share. But today we get him on Zoom. So let's take advantage of this opportunity as well. Okay, so now I just showed everybody that here's you with like little products, right? You got these little products and you're filming. Now, what if somebody doesn't want to be on camera? I saw your face is on camera there. Your beautiful Texas face there, Brian. What if everybody doesn't have this glorious Brian face that they didn't have the genetics? Can they do it without having their face on camera?
Yeah. So even though my wife is way more attractive than me, like she's super beautiful, she didn't want to be on camera at first either. And so she started with, she does it faceless. So basically I hold the camera like, well, I put on a little thing and I push the button and I talk to it this way with me in front of it with the product. And she does it this way, where she just only shows the product so that they see this with her pointing. So her face isn't really on camera at all.
So she just uses her finger.
Yeah.
She does finger videos. So, and she doesn't even do it in English. Like you could literally use another language if you want. And she's still making $300 a day using her finger and pointing at a product and talking in Spanish. Is this real? Can we get some of these in the chat real quick? Yeah. And she's only been doing this since, he said, did you guys catch him? He goes, oh, she's been doing this way back since January. Bro, January was last month. We're in February, Brian. We're still in February.
It's crazy how fast this moves.
Listen, way back in January.
Like everything's very different. I mean, literally in November, we both have full-time jobs. We got a baby. We're stressed. Life is very different in a short period of time. It's insane.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get into a lot of training today. I just want to make sure this chat, I want you to honestly, I want everybody who's watching, honestly, every time you have a little mind-blown thing throughout this whole entire thing, because there's going to be a lot more of them, every time, just remind yourself, drop it in the chat. Every single time, drop it in the chat. I want it to be real. Don't fake it. Let's keep it real. So, okay, let's get into the basics of the concept, right? And then let's start getting into some training. So I'll say my version of it, and then you kind of dive deeper into it. So the concept here is you figured out a way to get your account qualified for the TikTok Shop affiliate program. There's all these like little workarounds. You didn't have a big following, so you had to kind of do a little workaround, but it wasn't hard. You got it in there. That's something that could be taught. You got approved for TikTok Shop affiliate. Next thing was you needed some products because you have to have the product to be able to do the videos, right? So you found a way to be able to get all those products in your videos for free, which is mind-blowing. I can't wait. That's why I think we got to do a whole course. You got to have an entire module because you were showing me all these strategies. All those products that you guys saw in the whole thing, he just gets those for free. We're going to cover on, let's touch that on the subject in a minute. And then on top of that, no following. All your videos only get a few hundred views. Even sometimes you're making money when you've only had 50, 60, 70 views on a video. It only takes a few hundred views.
29 views. Made a commission after 29 views.
29 views and already made a commission. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is how, and then when you're done making your little video, just talking about this product, video is only 15 seconds long. Also, you're just following a script. You're not having to be some glorious speaker. And we're going to show you in a minute. I think people will see. You're just following a basic outline. You're not like reading a script like blah, blah, went to the store, but you're following a little outline. It's only 15 seconds, easy to memorize. And then you're just talking about the product, and then you're just telling people to buy it. And when people buy it, you earn a commission. But also, they're not even leaving the app. They're buying it right from within the app. So the algorithm actually favors it versus if you go to like YouTube, you got to say, click the link in the description. Or if you go to, Instagram, link in my bio. Or if you're going over to Facebook, you got to do like a story. All of traditional social selling, you have to have a big following. You have to be good at sales, and you have to drive people off the platform. Or you have to be an influencer and get millions of views in order to get those bonuses. But with what you're doing, you can start from scratch with a brand new account, not even show your face, speak in a different language, and literally get the products for free, film little 15-second videos, and even if they're not making as much as you figured out a way to make $10,000 a week just doing that. Is that a decent overview of of what you're doing?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's that exact same script, just with a different product. Do it about 20 times. Takes me about 30, 40 minutes. Um, and so I started a second account because, I can work 2 hours, hour and a half.
And got your spouse involved, which is
And then,
also more income.
yeah. And just
And honestly,
if you can answer.
let me ask you the question real quick. Say the word yes if you have somebody in your family, maybe it's a spouse or maybe it's a son or daughter, maybe it's a grandparent. Say yes if you have somebody you think this would be a good fit for. If you have somebody you're thinking of right now that this would be a good fit for, even if it's not you, just because I already know you are going to be interested, but I'm just curious, like who's got somebody close, like who's got that one, who's got that 30-year-old that hasn't left the house yet. You know what I'm saying? This is your chance. This is your chance to finally help them do something. Now, look, I want to be clear. Okay. Somebody in the chat said, is this really as good as it seems? Let's be clear about a couple things. This strategy, we're talking about active income. So we're talking about trading time for money. However, the amount of time you trade for the amount of money is phenomenal, right? And then that is income source number one, is active income, meaning that Brian can't just stop working and just reap the rewards of $10,000 a week for life. He's actively working for that income. So that is the catch. But he's figured out a way to condense it to around 1 hour a day. So over time, you can get good. And that's like within his first 90 days, he got to that point. But let's even just say hypothetically, you're making way less money. Let's say you're only making a couple $100 a day. Instead of $1,000 a day, like Brian's making, he's making over $1,000 a day. But let's say you're making just a couple hundred, and let's say you're not as good as him. It takes you a few hours. Still, phenomenal active income. Okay. Second is that when Brian publishes those videos, how much marketing do you have to do to promote it, Brian? Let's be honest. You got to do some sort of marketing to make it go viral, right? Or get the sales.
No, it's all the algorithm. So TikTok's algorithm, they know who needs to see that video. And when you do it right, like the setup in the beginning, once you have it set up like that, all the videos get shown to the right people. And that's really what makes that's why you get a sale. I got a commission after 20. It might've been the first view, but I caught it at 29 views. I'm like, oh, I got a sale on that video. It's not because I'm not doing any marketing to it. I don't prep it or do anything afterward. In the beginning, I was like replying to comments, but I don't even think that helps. So I stopped doing that. So yeah, pretty much I just post the videos and then that's it.
Dude, that's it. You guys, it's wild. I'm not seeing enough mind-blown emojis. This is wild. Listen, it's okay. So it's beginner friendly. All you're doing is you're just doing it from your phone, and you could even do it from a brand new account. So the thing that I'm trying to figure out here is, because we're about to get into this actual strategy, the thing I want to figure out here is like, people right now, they've been jaded. People have spent money on courses, they've spent money on boot camps, they've spent money on multi-level marketing opportunities, they bought all the auto ship and stuff like that. You've also done that. So maybe you can relate to them a minute. You got to understand, people are somehow jaded a little bit these days. They're jaded, they're skeptical. So when I started hearing about this from you, and I'm like, you're my friend, I saw your results, I saw the strategy, and I realized this is duplicatable. This can be taught to everybody else. You even taught it to your own spouse, and she was able to create a brand new account and do it. And there's so many other people doing this, but you have a very unique strategy that's duplicatable. And when I saw that, I was like, I have to teach this. But before we do, because that's next, for the people, Brian, that are jaded and skeptical and they've been burned by other programs, stuff like that, what do you have to say to them about, like, help them? Is this really, really, really real? Like, is it really that simple?
And I could show you on my phone right now. I was showing you the last 7 days, but here's yesterday. What does that say? 1.6?
1.6.
And then today, as of now, I'm at another 1.2.
That's per day. Those are your commissions per day. Now, what's your overhead on those commissions? How much of that do you actually get to keep?
Those are all of it.
That's all profit.
That's all profit. Yeah.
Because people show screenshots and it's just like gross revenue. That's your actual profit.
Yeah.
That's all your money. There's no overhead on it. You get to keep all of that.
So, right. There is like a small window on some products where there's a cancellation, and I went back and I looked and it's less than 1%. So potentially up to 1% of that might not actually end up in my bank account. But yeah. So basically,
But if you see somebody who's got like a Shopify store and they're like, dude, we're racking 30K a month. Usually they got Facebook ads, they got the cost of the product themselves, they have customer support people. How many employees do you have to run your $1,000 a day business?
I don't have any employees, none. No,
But do you understand how people would think that sounds too good to be true?
I can't. I don't know how to. I mean, I think what it comes down to is that there's just so few TikTok shop affiliates, and there's just so many people on TikTok like scrolling it all the time, and that for the first time ever, the actual social media company, they gets paid when somebody buys something, like because you're buying in app, whereas like with Facebook and what you talked about earlier, like Facebook loses money if you leave the app to go buy a product somewhere else. Whereas with TikTok, they make money when I make money, and so does the brand. And that's why some of the brands even pay to run my video as ads.
Wait. You touched on this on the last Zoom, but we didn't really say. So these videos you're posting, sometimes you're saying the brand promotes them for you and lets you keep the commissions?
Well, I mean, if I'm selling your product and 27, 29 people saw it and one of them bought it, wouldn't you want to like pay TikTok to show that video to more people with that kind of conversion?
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what happens. Those companies pay to, so like any videos I have that have more than like 1,000 views, it's because the brand reached out and they're like, Brian, can we, and they run the ad. And then there's a little thing that I do to make sure that happens more. And that helps out a little. That was really what took me from like my first maybe like $4,000 week to really getting in. That's what took me to my first 1,000.
Look, we're gonna be doing a course inside of IS. You've got to teach that, bro. This stuff is wild. That stuff is wild. If that, especially if it explodes your income, we all gotta be on that. So okay, again, let's dive into let's get into some of the actual goods about this. So again, you guys, I've got Brian out today. The cool thing about Brian is Brian's like, dude, I've only got a limited amount of time because he wants to do this. He doesn't want to. He's actively, it's active income, but he wants to do this. But he also wants to create passive income as well. So this is what you call dual income, right? You have an active income, which is like a day job. In this case, making these videos is an active income. He makes a certain amount of videos per day, per account, following a script, and just getting the products for free and just filming them, either with your hand, faceless, or using, AI voice or something like that. Or Brian just like, whatever, I'll get on camera for this amount of money. Like, okay, real quick question. I know some of you guys don't want to get on camera, but just a real honest question here. Who would be willing to get on camera if it meant earning 10 grand a week like Brian? I'm just curious, especially the people right now that like have never wanted to be on camera. You could do it on a brand new account. You don't have to do it on any account with your friends. You don't have to do it on any account with your followers. You don't have to do it with your family, right? Brian, they don't even have to do it on their TikTok. They can go create another one that nobody knows about and they could start doing it.
I didn't tell anybody about it. I mean, it's just a bunch of videos of me. I mean, the super simple videos of me telling people to buy stuff. And so I was like, my friends don't need to see that. So I didn't tell any of my friends that I even downloaded TikTok until I was kind of bragging about it because I posted on Facebook and now I do it every week saying to all my friends, like, hey, I joined this TikTok shop affiliate. They just sent me all this stuff for free. Check out all this free stuff I got. It's like all the best products on TikTok. I get it all for free. They just mail it to me because they want, with TikTok, in order to make a video selling the product, you have to show the product in the video. Otherwise you get like a violation and you can, anyway, so you have to show the actual product in it. So in order to have it, they send it to you. And so they just send you a bunch of free ones. I do a little thing to get them all for free. And I got tons and tons of, I get boxes in my house all the time.
You guys, just this alone, how many people here, just this alone in the chat, would love to just getting all those products for free is already like, dude, that's already pretty exciting. How many products do you think you've gotten for free over the last few months?
No, too many. Yeah,
like 10,
15. No. It's like
20, 40, 50, 100.
Like I got this total workout gym. It's like a $300 like resistant band gym thing. My wife got this little vibrator shaker plate thing with tons and tons of supplements because those pay like, some of the supplements pay like 45, 50% commissions. So those are pretty good. I got a lot of supplements, which those take up like no space. So I like to get a bunch of those. I've got this projector. I mean, this is a 4K projector.
Jeez, you got that for free?
Yeah.
Wait, everything you're talking about, you guys, why is there not more of these right now? I'm blown away. if this was the opportunity, if the opportunity right now was saying, here's how to get free stuff, you guys, like that would be a good opportunity. If Brian wasn't making 10 grand, if Brian was just on saying, hey, listen, y'all want free projectors and free workout systems and free stuff, that alone would be a good idea. He's like, I'm just doing these little 15-second videos and getting free stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was really excited about in the beginning. I mean, that's what my updates were. I made $61 my first week, and I had this whole pile of free stuff. And so that was what I posted to my friends, and then a bunch of my friends wanted to do it for the free stuff. And then I thought that I could make, my whole goal was to get to about 2,000 a week. But just 2 days ago, I had my first, like, through between the two accounts, $2,000 day.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. We've been going for half an hour. We've been telling a story. I've shown a little bit. We got to get into some teaching. Okay. Let's start breaking this down. You guys, who's excited right now? Let's go. If you guys are excited, you want to get into some teaching for this, throw a 1 in the chat right now. Everybody, 1 in the chat. Let's light it up. Brian, take a look at the chat. Take a look at the comments. You can see, look at all the ones. Let's get going. Okay, so Brian's got a few different TikTok accounts. He let me share one. So I'm going to walk you guys through one that he has so you guys kind of see an example of how this process works. Now, up here, I want you guys to see, he's got 5,540 followers. However, these are not real followers. Oh, sorry, they're real, but they're not like people who know who Brian is, and Brian doesn't know them. So Brian, explain this thing first. You had to get approved for TikTok Shop. So, do you know these people? Are these real followers? Are these friends and family?
No, not at all. I followed a couple of steps that I learned to get them for cheap. And the goal was, how can I get 5,000 followers as fast and as cheap as possible? And then, yeah, it took about a day to do that. And then once I had the followers, I lost a bunch of them. There were more than that initially. But it doesn't matter. Less than 1% of my views come in from my followers. Like, I'm not selling to them. Like, if you look at this video right here with the neuro, or with the neurogum's a good one because a lot of people don't even know what that is. My followers have no idea what that is. That's why I don't share this with my friends. It doesn't matter. The TikTok algorithm knows who needs to see that video, and then they watch that little 15-second video, they tap the button, they buy it, and I earn a commission.
Okay, so to slow this down, you literally we're going to watch it right now. You made this 15-second video about an existing product, and in 15 seconds, you're just literally saying, here's the name of the product, and go buy it. You're basically following a little script, and you're just making it just like this. It's just repeating. You just tell them to go buy it, and then they click a little TikTok Shop icon. If you're on the mobile version, I'm on desktop, I don't think we'll see it, but you click the little TikTok Shop icon, and when they do, it uses your affiliate code for that, and you earn a commission every time they buy it. Is that right?
That's right. Yep.
Let's look at it.
Double discount on Neurogum's mints. Tap that orange shopping cart, enter in the coupon code NeuroFirst50. For the first 50 people to use that code, it doubles the discount. Only 50 people. Tap that cart. Double discount on Neurogum's mints. Tap that orange.
So it's 12 seconds, right? It was just a 12-second video. And if you're on mobile, there's going to be a little link down. There's going to be a little TikTok Shop icon right down here that's very, very popular. And this is just an example of a style of video. There's like, I've put together a list of like 7 different types of videos that could be made. People are doing sales videos. They're doing AI videos. They're doing lives. They're doing all kinds of stuff. Brian just does this video, but if you look, the same thing, it's the same strategy with everything, right? So I'm going to play a few of these really quick, just so we can hear the same strategy. Let's just start with some random ones.
$6 off the viral Dubai pistachio Kanafa dark chocolate, the new flavor. Tap on that orange shopping cart to activate the sale. You'll see a brand new dark chocolate, $6 off right now. Sale ends tonight, so tap that cart fast.
Okay.
Double discount. $9 off the viral Dubai pistachio cheesecake. Tap that orange shopping cart. You'll see that Dodo Chocolates has a major flash sale going on their second most popular cheesecake. The price does go back to full price tonight, though, so hurry up and tap on that cart.
Okay, folks. And you can see here, eligible for commission, right? So, let me summarize what I'm seeing here. So what Brian's essentially doing is he's essentially got these certain products. So he basically has put together these certain viral products and these certain discounts, and being notified of when he's able to get coupons or when there's discounts and what's going on, leveraging that as the content for his video. So now he has something, plugs it into like a little script, like a little formula, like an outline, doesn't need much because 15 seconds. And he just puts his phone up on a little tripod, taps the little button to record, talks, and at the end, you can see him tap the button again because he doesn't even want to edit. He's just sitting there, tap and tap. And then he just adds some text on the screen that says like, use this coupon or there's $6 off or whatever. And then all he's really doing is just getting them to hit that button. And the idea here is that TikTok Shop is so viral. There's so many people out there doing marketing that you can literally start by just doing little basic videos. People have already heard about the product. So you don't necessarily have to do a lot of sales. You don't have to sit there and sell them on the Dubai chocolate. I don't even use TikTok only to advertise. And I heard about this Dubai chocolate all over the place, right? And then not only that, the girl that I'm currently dating, we went down to the farmer's market. She saw Dubai chocolate. She instantly beelined straight for the Dubai chocolate because she's seen it all over TikTok. As she wanted to buy it, I went over there and said, I'm gonna buy her some chocolate and be the man I am. Suddenly I realized they're charging $40 for that little candy bar of chocolate at the farmer's market, marking it up because they know how popular TikTok made Dubai chocolate. They made it so popular that people are out there raking a fortune in the real world selling it. And I watched this guy at his booth, and while she was there, all the girls, all these people are coming up, all these people, oh, I see that on TikTok. I see it on TikTok. TikTok's already making the stuff popular. So you don't have to do any of the telling and the selling and stuff like that. You literally can make a little 15-second video to say, hey, you want this, go buy it. And I know you have a strategy that we're gonna put together in a course, but is it really that simple? You get the products for free, you film yourself, either film your hand or film your face, you read a little outline and tell them to buy the product, and you made 10 grand a week. Is it really that simple?
Yeah. I mean, as soon as you get the account set to where because as long as the video is shown to the right people, that's a highly converting video. If you've been wanting that chocolate and right now it's $9 off, you're like, oh, I'll get it. Right? Like, I mean, your girl, you're dating her, she $40, she sees it that, oh, okay, I can save $9 right now if I buy it through here. And they're going to ship to my house. Cool. That's why none of my videos are really selling the product. I just sell the deal, the sale. So it's a really, really high conversion.
Okay. So look,
retargeting.
Okay. First of all, I know we're saving a lot because you're going to be creating a course, and that course is going to release the course will be an IIS after the 5-day challenge. Right. I think we're looking at the release date will be Monday, March 10th. But I couldn't wait. I was like, I need to get them out right now. I want people to learn this right now. Even though we got the challenge coming up, I'm like, don't you guys agree? Don't you guys agree? This is too good to just pass on right now. We can't, it's too hot right now. So here's the thing. When I started interviewing Brian myself, right? Saying, okay, I want to introduce you to the community. Here's the questions. Here's what I was finding out. I was finding out things like, ooh, there's a good strategy for finding the right products. Ooh, there's a good strategy for getting these products for free. Ooh, I didn't think about that one. Here's a good, like Brian doesn't just get products for free. There's like 3 or 4 strategies in there that he's using. And I was like, because Brian is just like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. It's just simple. It's printing money. So I was extracting the knowledge from him. And then I was like, ooh, here's how people in other countries can do it. And then get around the US thing. Ooh, here's how people that have no followers can get their account approved. Ooh, here's how people can do it that don't even want to use their own voice or face. Here's how they can get, one of their kids to be able to do it. Oh, here's an example of how to be able to get advertisers how to get these companies to actually advertise your product. They want to. And I started piecing together all these things and I said, okay, we got to put together a course. The beginner program is going to be like what the TikTok shop is, how it works, how commissions are paid, how to sign up as an affiliate, how to be able to get it on, how to be able to make the video. Like it's the real grandma guide. And then the $300 one is like, all right, Brian, what are you doing to actually make money? Let's get the real deal. Real commissions. The $300 course is like, here's the real deal. Brian just shares it pretty much. Just shares it all. Just everything. So listen. Let me just say this, Brian. People really, really, really enjoy this Zoom. The mind blown emojis are there. We've only been going for 1 hour. If you're willing to take a little bit, this is your second Zoom in a row. Are you willing to take a little bit of time and answer questions? Or are you kind of running out of energy over here?
Of course. I got you.
He's on Texas time too, you guys. So let's do this. While you guys are buying this course right now, and you guys have until Sunday. Yes, you have until Sunday. But this deal is going away on Sunday because Brian's, as a course creator, he's only making like a little bit of commissions. Let's make sure he raises that course up to $300. Yeah, he needs $400 so he gets some decent commissions. You guys, he's just doing this right now as a special for you guys. Brian Lath says it's because you're eating that good Dubai chocolate. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to share if there's anything that you wanted to share that we covered on the earlier Zoom that you wanted to touch up on again, feel free, Brian. Otherwise we could do some Q&A with people in the chat. It's just kind of free for all right now, relaxed.
Yeah. So, well, I'm trying to think what that would be. I am going to be going to, I've got my nephew and my aunt that are both starting up as of yesterday. And my wife and I, she's from Peru originally. We're going to be going there and visiting her cousin and getting her going there in Peru. Yeah, we got a phone all set up for her and everything. So that's going to be kind of fun figuring that part out, getting her going. Because being in Peru, being able to make this kind of money in America is amazing. But, in Peru, yeah, she's going to be the rich lady in the neighborhood. That's gonna be awesome for her. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a way to do it internationally.
Yeah.
I don't want right now, just because the nature of this Zoom and the audience, stuff like that, I don't want you to get into some of those details because I don't want there to be anything that comes across as some sort of odd violation of term service, whatever. But obviously there's a lot of people internationally making money with this. There's always loopholes you got to jump through. Like to get approved for the TikTok Shop affiliate program, you got to have a certain amount of followers. You got to, they have certain rules. So in order to get around those, you have to get creative. For example, Brian, I taught a strategy last year. I taught people how to get real TikTok followers for $0.01 each. By the way, did anybody right now, did anybody who's live, did anybody follow my strategy to get TikTok followers last year? Because you guys, you might already be able to get approved. If you guys followed my strategy last year, how many TikTok followers you have right now? Just put the number. How many TikTok followers you have? You guys have a head start over everybody. If you guys already watched my TikTok training.
For all those people right there with those numbers, yeah, I mean, if I had that account right now, you probably have some of these products sitting around your house. They're very popular products. You could literally make the video and make money right now.
Right. So that's why that's why the sooner that they join right now, they're going to go on a separate email list. That's why I said we want to wait until March 10th to get time to give you time to record all the videos. But if we can get people in right now, we could at least be giving them some instructions about what to do for the people that can't wait. The people like, I want to get going. Make sure you grab this course right now, iiszoom.com/TikTok. Make sure you grab it right now because I can work with Jeff. We can get some communication to you out right now. So you don't have to wait until the courses, and you could probably just start making money right now. How fun would it be that day one of the course on March 10th, you've already earned some commissions. I mean, Brian earned commissions his first week just by grabbing household products around the house. Brian, you see how many followers they got? Look, 9,000, 35,000, 16,000, 11,000, 20. Look at the head start my people got because we taught them this last year.
That's awesome.
That's powerful, huh?
Yeah.
This is crazy. Yeah, so the course, the two courses will be available inside of IIS March 10th. We're doing that out of respect for the 5-day challenge, so we're not doing too much at the same time. Also, we're doing that out of respect to get Brian time to be able to create the course, because he's not a course creator, right? So we'll give him time. I'm going to probably interview him in a lot of the modules. He'll share some stuff. I'll help him with all of it. But until then, though, we can help you guys out. Like Brian said, it's so simple. He said, if I already had followers like this, I would just go in and start making money right away with it, and we can help you. So if you guys get in that, you get in iiszoom.com/TikTok, get the bundle to make sure you're on that list. We'll be able to start giving you guys some resources right away. For people that are international, if you're concerned that you don't want to spend $200 today, if you don't want to take the $200 risk, then you don't have to. You can wait until the training's out. You can wait until a training comes out about how to do that. We could create a little video about how to do it and then buy it later. There's no problem. So yeah, it's like, I understand if you guys are international and you've got that concern over, well, this might be an obstacle, I got to do a workaround, then you don't have to do this. This is just Brian doing a discount for the weekend for all of us. So is the course going to teach you how to get followers? The course is going to teach you only how to get the required amount of followers. The strategy that we teach, you don't really need followers. Yeah. Brian, am I wrong here? You don't even want followers for what you're doing.
I don't really care. I can have 0 followers right now. As long as I'm a TikTok Shop affiliate, that's my strategy, makes money. That's what we're doing.
That's crazy. How long does each ad run? He's not running ads. You guys, like this. Everything he's doing, he makes the video, he presses publish, it's free. TikTok does all the work and makes all the sales for him. All he does is he just does his 20 videos a day. TikTok does all the work for him.
I had to get the account set up that way, but once it was, every video I post, I'm not boosting it, I'm not paying anything, I'm not running any ads. TikTok puts it in front of the right people.
Right, which is why I said when people buy the iiszoom.com/TikTok, right? When they take advantage of that bundle offer, what I'll do is I'll start feeding them the right information while we're gathering it all, while we're putting together all the information for the course. I'll start dripping them the information so they can get started now. I'll give them the information on how to set it up right. Because you and I talked about it. You got to be able to set it up right. So to make sure you guys don't just go in there, because here's what a lot of people do. They go in, they get the followers, they sign up for the TikTok shop, but then they don't make any money. We can't be having that, not in this community. You guys got to make money because the dual income opportunity, right? You got to make money as a TikTok shop affiliate, which is active income. Then you share your results to get others into this funnel, which is the $100 funnel and the $300 funnel. And we're going to add some software in the marketplace that'll upsell from there. So now you have residual income, right? You have passive income. So this is a dual income opportunity. Active income, which is spending a couple hours a day doing TikTok videos, and then passive income, which is building up your recurring and residual income inside of IIS. That is going to be the combination.
Yeah, for me, I just make a post every weekend. I call it my TikTok shop update, and I update my friends with it. And so that first post was that I made, $63 and look at all this stuff. And there were maybe like 15, 18 different products that I had. And a bunch of people were like, oh, I just bought that yesterday. Like they're the most popular products on TikTok. And then, the following week, and then I had my first $1,000 week. And, I just updated every single week with that. And now a bunch of my friends on Facebook are all, wanting to do what we're doing. And so I was really glad when Chris reached out, that we could put something together and make it easier for them. Something that they can kind of follow step by step. And that frees up a little bit more of my time.
Absolutely. Let me, let me just show this real quick. I'm going to show this picture. I got the picture. I got it, bro. I got the picture that you posted. This is way back in December. This is like when he's first getting started, right? Let me see if I can share this. Hold on. Tell me if this is the picture you're talking about.
I probably got like 4 of them that look like that, but yep, there you go.
So so it's like, look, in the beginning, what you want to do is you want to follow. So Brian basically has this like little strategy, which is why I wanted to teach it inside this course, to be able to get all of this stuff for free. So then you get it all for free, and now you got ammo. And then what he does is he makes multiple videos for each product. So how many videos do you think this is enough ammo to make just off the top of your head?
I mean, honestly, when I first started, I wanted to get going immediately. I wanted to start right away. And I had a little massager, that's on TikTok shop. And so like my first 60 videos were all on that exact same one product. And that was how I made my first.
You said 50 or 60 videos on one product?
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Let's break this down. So basically, when they join Real Commissions, right? They got the Real Commissions bundle. They join Real Commissions. We'll get them on a list. We'll start communicating with them now if they don't want to wait until the 10th. The 10th will have everything evergreen for all the future people. But if they follow our steps to be able to get approved, they could just find a product around their house that might also be in the TikTok shop, and they could start making videos day one and earning commissions day one, even on a new account.
I saw somebody in there said that they have the blue goalie. Like goalie is everywhere. I just went at the grocery store, they have them, and they're a lot cheaper on TikTok. In fact, actually, there's a couple of videos that I made when I'm out and about and I see a product right there, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so much less. Like just today, I made a video when I was at the gym, and I'll just, this is not going to be like the easiest way to show it to you. Here we go. Oh, hold on, let me do it where you can hear it.
Over to price gouging retail stores. It's less than half that on TikTok shop. Tap that on shopping cart. Look at that. Here we go again with a price.
So I don't even own that product, but it was right there. And at the gym, it's literally twice what they charge on TikTok shop. And so I made a video, and I've made a bunch of videos like that where I see a product that's on TikTok and I just record it in there and talk about how it's cheaper there. And make money on all of those.
Because when you're making as much money as you're making, you don't want to risk your account getting terminated by doing videos that without the product, right? You can do that. You can do it, but you're taking a risk. And when you're making your money and quitting your job, risk is out of the question. So you're doing the risk-free way, which is just making sure you're following and compliant and everything, right?
Right.
And that's what we're going to do.
We're only helping people because it's a great product and they can get it for less on TikTok.
Right, but how cool is that, you guys? He's just at the gym and he's like, oh, there's a TikTok shop product, and just filmed a little video right there and made money. made money checking in the gym, paid for his gym membership before he scanned his card. You know what I'm saying? The opportunities are like this everywhere, right? And if you guys are real hackers, like back in the day, I used to put roadside signs in the ground. I was one of those kind of guys that made me a bunch of money. You guys are real hackers. You might even be able to go to a store and just film the product right there without anybody even knowing that you did it. But the risk is up to you. But what I'm saying right now is that this is a real opportunity. Again, I want to be clear. What's the catch? The catch is what Brian does and the strategy we'll learn is active income. That is the catch. Brian is trading time for money. But the amount of time you trade versus the amount of money you make is phenomenal. How many people here, let's not even say 10 grand a week like Brian. How many people here would gladly trade 2 hours a day for 10 grand a month? For 10 grand a month. How many right now, just how many people would trade 2 hours a day, every day, like a job, doing exactly what Brian says, following the exact script, following the exact checklist? Put your ego aside. Oh my God, I don't like how I am on camera. Put all that aside. Just get the bag. Just make the money. And then when you make the money, then you can do other things. Okay. But right now, how many people would this be able to help solve some debt? How many people are trying to retire and can't? How many people have gone in debt trying to join MLMs and trying to buy courses and trying to do things and you need to pay that debt off? Just get in and make the bag. Get all the excuses out of your head and just go get paid. That's what Brian did. And this is, again, that's the catch. It's an active strategy. But if you absolutely can't do this, if you can't do this right here, filming yourself, right, then do this, okay? Faceless. That's what his wife does, and she's still making $300 a day. She's not even doing it in English. On a new account. Your friends and family don't need to know. Don't even share your account. Don't go on Facebook and go, hey guys, I started a new TikTok. Can I get some followers? No, don't use that strategy. We got other strategies that are going to get you to 5,000. Don't use that strategy. You know what? How many people, would you rather be rich or would you rather be famous? Right? If you want to be famous, then sure, go get your little influencer account. I've been pretty famous in my career. You're going to become a slave to it. But if the answer is rich, then just go set up a new TikTok account and start following the script and just let your shame go. Who cares? You know what? You might be thinking, oh, well, do I have to be a attractive guy from Texas with the beard who speaks with a little Southern charm accent and says $2 discount? No, you don't have to do that. You could, you know what? Like, be the grandma. You're going to relate to the people. Be yourself. You're going to relate to the people. Just follow the script. Just follow the lesson. And that's what's happening inside of Real Commissions, is that we're going to give you everything you need to know. And if you guys want a head start. Kevin says he'll even wear goofy hats. Yes, you could absolutely be as goofy as you want. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? How many views does Brian, how many views do you get on average on each video?
Like 200 to 500-ish.
Brian doesn't need to go viral because TikTok's going to take his videos and show them to the people that want to buy the product and do the work for him. You guys, all you do is just follow the script. And so that's what we're putting together a checklist, putting together a script. We're going to focus on getting people qualified. We're going to focus on finding workarounds for people. We're going to focus on finding you the best top products. We're going to focus on finding you the best strategies. Now, Brian, there's another strategy you just started doing. You've only tried it 7 times, but that strategy is currently making you some decent money. Tell us about that strategy.
So I just started doing live selling, where you hit the go live button and TikTok puts people in front of you. And when you've got an account like mine now, where you do a lot of volume, like I sold probably $250,000 in revenue, TikTok throws a lot of people at you. And so for me, now that I've already got this because of what I did with the little 15-second videos, I go on live and it shows me all the people and I just talk about and I have a little script that I loop. I've just kind of pulled it together with ChatGPT, little script that I loop. And when I'm looping that script, it takes like 2-3 minutes or so, loop it. I'm earning about, my best so far right now is $171 an hour. $171 an hour.
That's your average?
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to get better. Like I've only done it 7 times. But because it takes I do it for at least 90 minutes minimum. The one that I did 171 in an hour was a little more than 2 hours. And I just divide the exact amount of time that I took by the total amount of commission that I got, and I'm paying attention to what my hourly rate is on TikTok lives.
How many people would do the same thing? You do the same thing as Brian. You'd be calculating your hourly rate like that. That's some analytical stuff, man. I just go live. I don't ever calculate. If I calculated my hourly rate, you know how many hours of training I've done over the last year? It'd be scary. I'm probably making minimum wage off the amount of hours of training that I do with these guys. I'll be like, dang, I could work at McDonald's or In-N-Out and make more money than as a teacher. But listen.
Somebody asked a question in there, Chris, about how the payment works, and it reminded me that like, oh, I got to do that. So TikTok does daily pay, and then you just withdraw it to your bank. It takes, you know, it's instant. They charge you 5 cents, and then it goes to your bank, which I don't know however long that takes to settle, like 3-5 business days, whatever. So I clicked on the button to do it, and I saw that I have this sitting in my TikTok account right here. So I just clicked the withdrawal button. And then it's going to pull up like all my bank details there. So I'm not going to show you all that part.
Wait, hold on. Can we get some of these in the chat right now? Getting daily commissions from TikTok?
Yeah.
You're not leaving.
I don't want to leave a ton of money sitting in TikTok. So I got to remember to like send it to myself every day.
You guys, he's making so much money, he has to remember to send it to himself. You guys, it's daily commissions from TikTok. TikTok does all the work for you. Here's the thing, right? TikTok wants people to stay on the platform. So their algorithm is fueling the TikTok shop, right? So there's all these different strategies you can use. I boiled it down to 7 strategies because I've been studying all these kind of people, stuff like that. You guys, also, we're going to add a club to the end of the funnel. So it's going to be a $100 course. It's going to be a $300 real commissions. And there's this club, there's this private club that exists out there. And Brian got me on with the owner of this club. And this club has over 1,000 TikTok affiliates who are just raking it in. And it's like a private club, right? So this guy charged $100 a month for this club, $99 a month. But the problem was they only paid 20% commissions. And I was like, we'll just do our own club. But get this, you guys. Brian got me on the phone with the guy. And I said, for the IIS community, would you please be willing to increase the commissions? And I got him to go all the way up to 50% monthly recurring residual commissions for perhaps the #1 TikTok club, or TikTok affiliate club out there. And we can't offer that right now because he put together our own private thing. You're gonna want to, all we have to do is anybody who wants to join the club, you got to buy through the private link that we have, because we want him to make other deals for us, right? We want him to give us like custom coupons. We want like this guy, Brian, this guy negotiates great coupons that you've been able to use, and that's helped him make a lot of money.
Yeah, right? When you could be the first one to break the coupon to all of TikTok, you know, it's a pretty big advantage. When you're introducing because you can always go out there, you could just kind of find a coupon and then make the video with it, but the coupon's already out there. So being out there is an advantage, like a first mover advantage, to having that coupon first.
Yeah, so this guy's high up. He's making like 6 figures a month, and he basically can like negotiate on behalf of his large community and on behalf of his track record. He has so many sellers, so he's able to go to the actual product vendors, and he's able to negotiate discounts. And so then what he does, he brings them back to this private community, and that's why all these videos you see Brian using will be like $10 discount, $8 discount, $9, all this kind of stuff. That's one of the reasons, that's one of the little metrics that's making these things go so well. And he's able to do this. And we want to get you guys in. And so we had him he literally created a private page for us. He created an entire private page and a private 50% club. But in order to be able to get the 50%, this is why it's important that you have to buy through this link. If you buy through the normal link of his club, you only get 20% commissions. He lowered it to 20% because the club is too big, right? So he only gives 20% commissions. But if you buy through our link, you get 50% commissions. Whoosh. It's huge. It's the same cost, but if somebody buys through us, they get 50% commissions if they refer people, and it's the same everything else. We worked out this deal all again thanks to Brian, Mr. X, because Brian got the guy on the phone with me. The guy spent like 45 minutes with me on the phone, worked out everything private for this community. So the only reason that's not ready yet is because out of respect, we want to give you guys time to swap your links, because some of you guys have an organization. And if we just promote it right now, all your people are going to want to join that club. We want to make sure to give you time to swap your link first. So that product will get added to the marketplace. That Jeff will send an email out to everybody saying, hey, swap out your link, swap out your link, swap out your link. That is going to add an extra $50 a month residual income. So again, active income and passive income. Active income is going to be the 2 hours a day that you spend doing the TikTok shop. Passive income is going to be from referring people through the TikTok shop funnel. And all of this is powered by Jeff Long's internet income system. Throw a 1 in the chat if this is pretty exciting, you guys. Throw a 1 in the chat right now if this is a pretty powerful Zoom and you're glad you took the time. I told you guys to take the time. All right, so Brian's done back to back. I don't want to, let's 10 more minutes, Brian. Can we get 10 more minutes of you?
Yeah, I gotta go tend to my son, but I can give you it. Absolutely.
10 more minutes. That's it. Just 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. I promise. So you guys know I break my promises a lot, right? So, all right, 10 more minutes. You guys, take advantage of Brian for 10 minutes. Use him. Brian, is there anything you want to share? Let's get some questions in the chat.
Seems easy if I get 600 views. Yeah. When it's locked in, right, to where your video, like we were talking about our common background in network marketing. And one of the things that I always heard a lot was you can't say the wrong thing to the right person and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So it's all about finding the right. And so when you get your account locked into the right people, just doing that little script over and over and over, it just keeps making money.
Will it work in Canada? I've addressed this a few times. I don't want Brian to share on this public Zoom like this on a non-customer. I don't want him to share necessarily the workarounds because he's compliant. He just quit his job. But I'll share the workarounds. I'm just not going to do it on a Zoom. But yeah, obviously, look, here's the thing. Everything's just an idea. There's always a way to do something. Like Brian's even going to another country to go help somebody out, right? So the thing is if you think creatively, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. It doesn't even matter what language you speak.
So the other question, I guess I'll let you answer those ones about other costs or monthly and yeah.
No, you can ask those. Okay, so outside of buying this $200 bundle today, okay, let's say they buy the $200 bundle.
Oh, okay.
Is there like, how much does it cost to be a TikTok affiliate?
So yeah, no cost to be an affiliate. And then the products, getting them for free.
They could optionally they could buy them. Optionally, if they don't want to wait for something to get delivered in the mail,
right?
They could go buy a product.
Not a problem there either. Yeah.
You even have a strategy you can teach. I don't want you to teach the whole thing now, but you even have a strategy you can teach, which is the product reimbursement strategy.
Yeah, I could teach that one. And then some of the brands don't have that. And very rare, I have done it, but the reason I've done it is because if they don't offer the free version of the product, like if they won't mail it to me for free and I have to go pay for it, $30 or however much the product, most of TikTok shop products are pretty relatively low ticket. I'll do that just because I know that less people are even promoting that one. So I can make more money on that one since they don't have the free option. But almost all of it, just for fun, because I like getting the free stuff, and a lot of stuff is really cool. I mean, the projector, I played with it; it was awesome. I do a couple of those. What the payment covers is the intermediate and the beginner course. So that's going to be, basically everything we talked about here.
Well, and the Facebook group,
Oh yeah, and the Facebook group as well. Yeah,
yeah. The Facebook group comes with this bundle. This bundle gets you in the Facebook group.
For Robin, I've heard, and I haven't personally tested outside of this, but that like beyond 20 videos a day, you get a little diminishing returns. So I just cap it at 20 videos a day. That's what I tested yesterday. It took me 32 minutes to film the 20 videos and post them all, like film, edit, post them. Because to Glenn, who said, can you make them on a desktop? I mean, you can. I just do it on my phone. I hit the button, I talk, I hit the button again, I add the text, and I post it. And so it doesn't take me any time. So I don't really do any editing. But I know people do. I just learned there's a thing called CapCut that is owned by TikTok that helps people edit. And some people definitely like put a lot of work into making these videos go viral and stuff. That's just not my...
Brian, people tend to get in their own heads. We tend to overthink things and overcomplicate things. You literally just pull out your phone, push a button, share a free product, and make 10 grand a week. Why overcomplicate it, you guys? Let's maybe just... maybe let's overcomplicate something else, but just not this one. Can you guys... Can you throw a 1 in the chat if you're willing to give a free pass that this will be the one thing we don't overcomplicate. Can we do that? Can we all agree? This is going to be the one thing we don't mess up, right? People tend to get in their own way. This is going to be the one thing. Can we make a promise right now? One is a promise. This is not going to be, we're not going to mess this one up. We're not going to let this thing up here mess up this bag. It's not going to happen. All right, I just ruined your questions though, Brian. If you were reading the chat, the questions are gone with all those ones.
I did see one that was about like how long I hold on to the products. I've only been doing this for just a short period of time. I'm pretty new to it, so I have held on to all of them. I know that it's starting to get a bit much, so I probably will be finding some way to retire them. But currently I don't. And I do know that sometimes, like for the most part, it's very active. Like the majority of my income's coming in from like what I made what I posted in the last 3 days. Plus the ones that were the brands are running my video as an ad because it's profitable for them. But every once in a while, randomly, like just randomly yesterday, a couple of videos, like you saw me do that NeuroGum one. I hadn't promoted NeuroGum since December. But all of a sudden I started making money off of like old December videos. And so I started making more videos about NeuroGum today. So that's kind of another, so I'm glad I held on to I had on to them because I got a ton of it. And I like the stuff. It's pretty good. I really do like it. It's really good gum. I think Joe Rogan talks about it. He buys it for all his people.
And you guys, Brian's only doing 2 strategies. His primary strategy is these 15-second videos, and the second strategy is these 90-minute lives, but he's only starting that. And, he's kind of getting his arsenal going. But you also, if you want to kind of get creative, you can start with any one of the other strategies too. There's lots of different strategies for videos. There's some people that may feel more comfortable using AI. So that's going to be another strategy. There's a lot of people out there making money using AI. Maybe you don't want to even use your own voice. Maybe you don't even want to use your own face. There's a lot of different strategies. And also some of these strategies depend on your risk threshold. Brian is, if you guys haven't noticed, he's a lot more conservative, right? He's kept the job. He was making, I was on the phone with him. He's like, man, I can't do this because I got a full-time job. And I was like, what's your number? He's like, I don't know, man. I'm like, how much do you need to make? I don't know, man. And then he quit his job 2 days later. He says, I guess I found my number was 10K a week. 10 grand a week was my number. Yeah. So yeah.
My wife that inspired me too, because she quit hers first. And I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's go all in on this as a family. This is awesome.
There you go. And then now Brian's got putting together courses and a funnel, which will help him build up the residual. So now he's able to keep showcasing, keep building his success. And now he has a path. Every time somebody comes in, he now has a path to push them through, just like you guys have. It's copy paste, right? To build up the passive income. So you got the active income and the passive income. Eventually, you want your passive income to be higher than the active income. So if Brian's making $1,000 a day in active income, then he needs to make over $1,000 a day in passive income. And then he could start maybe pulling back a little bit and saying, hey, maybe I want to take a week off. I've been doing these little videos, double discount. There's maybe only so much of this Brian wants to do. So now it gives him the chance. But the best part is because he's doing it through IIS, you all have the chance. Brian, we got 5 minutes. So is it as easy as signing up for their affiliate product to sell, or is there a process? I mean, it's both. There's a process. If it just depends. Are you kind of like a gung-ho person that just want to go get after it? Just go get after it. But and if you want to kind of like, if you're kind of person that likes to like learn from other people's mistakes, Brian and myself can help walk you through some basic things that Brian would have done differently if he's starting over today. And then also like just stuff he didn't know about. So
like my wife is on track. She's made more, like, cause she just started mid-January and is at 300 a day. It took me a little longer to get to that point, but that's because,
you didn't know.
Yeah. I learned along the way.
Wait until she starts getting on camera. I think she'll even make more than her hand modeling. Right now she's got the hand modeling going on.
Yeah.
You guys, any question? Can we start now? I have a few products ready. Yeah. As soon as you join the Real Commissions bundle, that's your official start date. We'll start following up with people, but you don't have to wait for us. Just get in the club so we can help you, right? Join the club so we can help. Join the club to thank Brian for the fact that he's putting this together. But you don't have to wait. You can start going. You can just start going. Brian did. Brian just started right. Brian found a random product around his house that happened to be on TikTok Shop, and he made 50 videos of that product. Like, dude, I don't think any tutorial said go make 50 products of a random massager in your house. He just took action.